Hello everybody. Picking what seems to be the last of my green beans here. This is pretty much done. I'm going to leave a few on here just to kind of dry out, you know. But yesterday I started planting some cabbage. That is red cabbage. I still have some beans growing, but I have a feeling with the weather that's coming, they won't be growing much longer. This one is also a red cabbage, which I went around and just kind of did that, which I'm going to have to put my needles down. Over here, let me go around. I planted some more cabbage. Oh no, that one is these are the Calabos cabbage, and this one right here is a Calabos cabbage. So that's going to grow in a cylindrical type of way. And I got to put some more mulch down because those leaves are going to blow away. So let's take a look-see at this bed. I've got my radishes growing in nicely. I've got some arugula, so that's about ready to pick. I've got my Landis winter lettuce here. That's growing really, really nicely. A little slow. I would like to have a salad. This row right here is purple Deerfield garlic. This row right here is supposed to be chives, but nothing's growing. Let me open this up. There's like one little chive growing. And then this row right here, next to the Ruby Queen beets, are my Kyoto carrots. And I'm really hoping that this weather this week boosts their growth, because these are cold weather carrots. And let's see. I did see a little... Nope, that's not... I did see a little carrot growth. I don't know. I still have some seeds left. If I don't see any growth in these, I'm going to try in a container. That will be the first... Oh no, I do see. Right there, I got some growth. Alright, so we'll see. I might have to throw some more down. I've had to do that a lot this year, is keep throwing seeds down. And I don't know if it's because I'm not keeping this wet enough. You basically have to water this every day, you know. This stuff requires a lot of water. Except for the Ruby Queen beets. These are actually fairly drought tolerant. You just gotta water them once a week if you don't get any rain. And these are growing really well. Now over here... Ooh, let me get out of... I'm like underneath the... Oh, I'm stuck. Underneath the thing here. Let me just put this back on. I've got to put that there so this doesn't blow away. Now, I threw some broccoli rabe seeds down here. I'm not really seeing a whole lot. Here, you can even see through the little netting, I've got some rutabagas growing. And, what row? Oh, these are Jupiter beets, and they're slow growing right now. Like, you can maybe see some throughout that. This row right here, I just planted some yellow onions because I went crazy yesterday planting them. This row right here are carrots. I do see some growth in there. You can probably see it. Let me see if I can get... Oh, there we go. There we go. A little bit of growth. Looks like a squirrel got in here and grabbed... Frick. Alright, and as most of you know, this is my carrot and onions. I almost said potatoes, but they're not potatoes. And I have this over here so the squirrels... This is like some plastic fencing to keep the squirrels out. Fun fact though, the bunnies will eat right through this and get in your garden. So if you're using that to keep things out, it's not going to work. Over here we've got some sweet potatoes. This is the sweet potato bin. I'm waiting for this to die out just a little bit more, maybe 1 or 2 more frosts before I pull them. We will do a video on that. Hello, nasturtium. Do. I don't really want to open this right now because it's very windy, and this top blew off the other day and the squirrels got in here and decimated my bok choy. And I managed to save some of my celery. It's very windy, so you can see in the back there that I've got some radishes growing. Those are supposed to be carrots in those 2 rows. I don't know if they're going to grow. I managed to save some bok choy, but I mean, these squirrels really decimated. They're just awful right now. And I get it. Like, you know, what's that? Let me just tuck that in. Okay. Not windproof. What do I got going on over here? So we've got the, oh my god, the freaking squirrels. I forgot to bring this in. This is supposed to be my Allen's Pride Echinacea. I don't know if this, how slow growing this is. But we're just gonna stick you right in here because, just move that, the horehound, doing pretty good. Because the squirrels are really getting into everything. And I'm just going to close this. The one thing I don't like about this is the door. And there's like this gap. And it's just awful. And I forgot to bring these in. I got to bring these in before the squirrels actually do eat these. These are the last 3 of the pumpkins that I had out here. Oh my god. I'm going to put that in the greenhouse too. That's the chamomile. This is German chamomile. I'm surprised it survived the night. Calendula. I don't know. Something's eating it. But so far it's doing okay. I do have to bring this in the greenhouse because the squirrels will dig through this. And here is the horehound that I planted in ground as part of my herb thing going on here. You got some wormwood. I still have a bunch of marigolds. I see some bees on them occasionally, so I have not touched them. Just letting nature do its thing. Now this is my Sapporo giant cabbage. You guys remember the cabbage package that I showed you from Baker Creek that I'm like, this is gonna get 3 or 4 feet big? Or no, actually I think it's gonna get even bigger. So this is the slow growing, really loves the winter. There's the name. Oh gosh, sorry guys. I'm smelling plastic in the air, and I don't know if we're getting the wind from that fire in Berlin, Connecticut. We're actually not that far from there. We're in no fire danger at all, but I think that's what I'm smelling. It's supposed to be like a forest fire. Oh my freaking gosh. Oh. So the air is crisp, fall-like air with some wind and plastic. Let's see. There was some birds. There was a cardinal over there. I swear every time the cardinal and I make eye contact, it's like, nope, see ya. I just fed the birds. This is the garlic patch with the strawberries, which I will probably end up moving next season so I could utilize this whole thing. Got some thyme, my blueberry bushes, my lingonberry that I just got from Gurney's is doing really, really well. I gotta come out and water everything later. It is so freaking chilly out. The surprise tomatoes are surprisingly doing well, though. I think I'm going to pick them soon. I saw a video of someone doing green tomato pie, kind of like apple pie, and I'm intrigued. What we got going on here? Oh, yes, so we're emptying that, which is like a catch-22 because we're in a drought right now, and I could have used that water, the extra water, but it's also going to be below freezing. So yeah, you just have to make that choice of, you know, like, you got to think about your investments too, because that was not cheap. I mean, it was under $100. It was roughly around somewhere between $50 and $60, which for me, I'm like, that is a lot of money. I know I could have built my own, but I really just needed like a quick like thing, and it worked. So the lavender is doing pretty well. My roses are doing pretty well. I gotta feed them and mulch them for the season. And that's pretty much it. Oh, let's go in the greenhouse where it's a little bit warmer and it's not windy. Oh, gosh, I hate that. It's the only thing I don't like about this, aside from the fact that I don't think this is going to be good for the winter. It's not going to crack or anything like that, but so I put my little pumpkin lights up for Halloween, even though for me, I don't know about anyone else, but for me, it does not feel like, oh, we're going to water that. It does not feel like Halloween to me. Hardly anybody in my neighborhood has decorated. I mean, I haven't even decorated, and I'm usually all for it. Last year, there were trick-or-treaters out, and I had 3. I'm going to have to get more water. I had 3 come to the house, and look at that, 62 in here and 62% humidity. And then, you know, people looked at my house and looked at me and just kept walking by. Like, I live on a dead-end road, and there's like a 4-way that splits the road, and I'm the first house to, like, before you go up that road, and just walk right by, and I'm standing there, like, with my costume on, and I'm holding a candle, and I'm just, like, you know, like, trying to be animated to be like, hey, I'm here, and, like, no, people just walk right by. And I don't know if a lot of people are just like, I'm not doing it because I'm not getting trick-or-treaters, or I'm not getting enough. Candy is also really expensive. It's insanely expensive for a bag. You know, so I don't know. It doesn't feel like it. I'm trying to, you know, I might just keep these up all year round because I freaking love them. So yeah, I was just trying to get in the holiday spirit. Look at this fennel. I'm growing fennel. This is fantastic. This is absolutely fantastic. I gotta water it. It's looking a little sad because of the heat in here, but this is great. I've never grown fennel in my life, and this is from Baker Creek. This is their fennel. It doesn't smell like anything right now, but I'm also smelling maple syrup and burnt plastic, so I had pancakes this morning. We had breakfast for dinner last night. It was so good. Horehound. More horehound. Doing pretty good, but it seems like there's bugs in here because this is exactly how my calendula looks. So I don't know what's eating my horehound in here. Chamomile. Oh my gosh, I am really stuffy. I grew another round of oregano to keep in the greenhouse. And I'm also growing catnip. Not just for cats, because I think originally for my Jenks boutique business, I wanted to do like cat toys and, like, you know, grow catnip and stuff like that. But you could also use this in tea. So it's like a twofer. Yesterday I stuffed my potato bins and everything like that. This one is all ready to go. Like, I don't need to stuff it anymore. This could use a little bit more once it grows. And the thing about grow bags is that you've got to make sure you keep on top of watering because, you know, it is cloth. You can see the water run out. So you want to water them really, really well. And then make sure you keep up on the watering. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how stuffy I am. This is my dwarf Siberian kale. This is also a Baker Creek special. It's doing really well. I just put some in the freezer for soup because that's what we use kale for. I don't eat it raw. It's too tough for me to eat raw, so I have to eat it when it's really broken down. But I'm really excited to try this. So when I try it, I will definitely let you know. This is leaf chicory. These seeds came from my husband's aunt in Italy. And I think I need to water this a little bit more or something. They're struggling. Here I planted some chives now that the spinach wasn't growing, so I pulled that. And this is where the giant German radishes were growing. And then I just left an empty space because I knew I wanted to put something else in here. So since the chives have not been growing outside, I'm going to try grow them in here. More arugula. I love arugula. It's so good. And I'm happy that's growing. Even though I am bummed that my spinach doesn't seem to be growing. So I'll figure that out. The peanuts that I pulled yesterday that I forgot to bring in. So let me put these in my pocket actually, so I don't forget them. We are going to try and roast these and eat these just because. I mean, how cool is that? I grew peanuts. I gotta start early. I think I started in like June or something. I don't know. So I think I gotta start in like March, but in here and then bring them outside. Let me put these in my pocket. This is my lemon balm. It is, I'd say it's not doing so bad. I mean, this looks rough, but because lemon balm is just like mint and will grow forever, it is regrowing itself out of the pot, which I might have to move into a bigger pot because this little teacup one is not cutting it. Why does my phone keep going out of focus? So annoying. The rosemary that I grabbed from the garden, I always struggle with rosemary this time of year. Oh, looks like a piece came off. Look at that. Just because, I'm not in a zone where it'll stay fresh all year round. And so I'm hoping that in here it will. This one is from last year. I've managed to keep this one alive. It was much fuller, but it is alive. So I see that as a win. You can't be like, wow, it's really not that full, I'm a failure. No. If it's alive, even if it's just barely alive and it's made it through like 4 seasons or whatever, just don't sell yourself short, you know what I mean? Now this bad boy that is not orange is my Connecticut Field pumpkin. These are heirloom pumpkins. And these are great for carving. These are great for baking. I just wish that it was orange. But the vine was dying. It snapped off. And you guys know my issues with the squirrels. So I just brought it in here to hopefully it'll start changing color. I mean, I don't think it's a problem if it doesn't, but that just tells me maybe the inside isn't quite ready. And if it's not, whatever. We got the seeds for it, right? But this is like, oh, I'm just so proud of myself for growing pumpkins this year. It was not easy, let me tell you. I had to battle a lot of things. Okay, so back to what is in the greenhouse. These two were the peanut bins, and what I did is kind of regenerated the soil a little bit, because the thing with peanuts is they take up so many nutrients that they basically kill the soil, which is why I always suggest growing them in something like this versus the ground. Because then you're just gonna... I personally don't think you can kill the soil. I think you have to keep putting nutrients in the soil. And if you don't, then, the soil is going to be very depleted. So that's what I did here. I threw in the potatoes. I threw in some of my Dr. Earths here. Kind of layered it up a little bit. I'm kind of hoping I didn't put too many potatoes in there because I just kind of went to town with these two and just was like, oh, we got to plant these. Also, because I'm trying to conserve my soil, I only got 2 bags left, and I don't know if there's anything else that I need to plant. Plus, some of it, I like to top off here and then top off with some mulch that I have going on. So we have going on there. Potatoes, onions. You know, I have to say these are growing. I am getting peppers. This is great. And I think it's because it's really warm during the day. Even though it does get cold at night. And I'm wondering, even though it does get cold, if it's the element, you know, being saved from the elements. So far I have peppers. I mean, they're very few and far between, but they're still growing. And I'm still watering. And I'm probably going to cover them, like wrap them up when it gets really cold. So we'll see how that goes. Let me just adjust this. These are my rainbow carrots. Rainbow carrots? Yeah, rainbow carrots. I already talked about you. Not your turn. These are my rainbow carrots. They're growing okay. They're growing in a grow bag. You know, got to keep up on the water. And this is my Hungarian blue bread poppy. And you can see that we finally do have some growth. The squirrel, I was a little worried because the squirrels did get in here and they did dig through that one particular grow bag. So I just threw some more seeds down just in case. So I may have an overabundance of poppy, which is fine by me. And I'm kind of hoping that, well, this is more of an experiment. To see like how they grow and whatnot. This is a Baker Creek special. I think this may be one of my favorites. So then we have poppy seeds. I mean, I actually don't use a lot of poppy seeds, but if I grew them, then we would. You know what I mean? And you can see here, these are my yellow onions that I definitely planted a little too close together. I really hate that my phone is not focusing, so I really apologize for that, guys. Oh, gosh. And I just realized my finger may have been over the microphone. That's something that is on my wish list for Christmas is little microphones, so you guys could probably hear me better and whatnot. That is my thing. So that's what's going on here. There's nothing really else going on out here. It's just praying for rain at this point. Maybe I should play The Cure. Play that song. Maybe the nature would be like, oh, I love this song. Yeah, sure, I'll make it rain. Because we could really use it. And I'm sure Connecticut could too, because I think that's what I'm smelling in the air. And if that is the case, I cannot be out here today because I'm going to be coughing a lot. I'm already very congested. So yeah, I will probably be back out here to water later. I got a new nozzle. Hold on, let me close this because squirrels. Ooh, I got a new nozzle. Actually, let's walk over there and look at it. Now we got this on sale for $20, which is the most I've ever spent on a garden tool. This little knob here, you can decide how much water pressure you want to put out, and you know, it's got all of the little doodad things there. It's originally $40, but we got it on sale, thank goodness, from Amazon. I can ask my husband to send me the link, and I can drop the link down below if you want. I don't encourage you to buy a $40 garden hose thingy unless you really want to. Or I will put one, you know what, I'm going to link one similar to this that is fairly affordable but still decent. Because, like, who can afford $40? I can't. We got it on sale. We are big sale people. Alright, let's see if we can sneak over to the birds. And end this video. Look at that. Look how happy they are. Oh gosh. Oh no. Let's zoom out. Sorry guys. Look at that. We've got a blue jay over there. The blue jays. One blue jay will come over and call the rest of the blue jays in the neighborhood. And yep. See, there's one right over there. There's one flew away. We have some birdies right here. I put a little bit of food and water over there. And then come winter time, I'm going to take that plastic tub away, which I know is going to make them very sad. But it will break in the cold weather. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Maybe I'll find like a metal one or something, or figure something out. Because look how happy the birdies are. Got a cardinal over there. Oh, this is what makes me happy, people. I am 40 years old. I knit, I sew, I garden, and I birdwatch now. And just think, back in the day we would ride in cars with strangers and do wild stuff. And here I am, birdwatching. Well guys, thank you for watching. This is the last tour, garden tour for October, unless something happens. But Thursday is Halloween, which means Friday is November, and we are all gearing up for Thanksgiving. And I'm working on some indoor videos too, because there is going to come a point where I cannot do much outside. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button.